What's going on, everyone? Simpsons Man here, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than the previous videos that I have been putting out about the Jax line. I wanted to make a helpful, how-to video on how to acquire some, if not all, or just any of these Simpsons items that Jax Pacific just put out. So we're not going to be doing any kind of unboxing on this video. We've obviously unboxed every single one of these items. I have different videos for each one. I even made a playlist on my YouTube channel, so if you do want to see, or if you're kind of on the fence about do I want to buy them or not buy them, check out those videos, because I honestly think that your mind is going to change, and I think that you'll actually pick these up. So why am I doing this video? So my number one asked question, either on YouTube, DM, or just Instagram comments, is how are you getting these? So many people in the comments are saying, you know, I went to my Target and they weren't on the shelves, so I left because they didn't have them. And if you've watched any of the videos, I usually have talked about that they are not going to be on the shelves. So I'm not sure if this is nationwide or not, but I know about 10 different Targets, some in Florida, Texas, New York, California, I want to say Wyoming. Just a bunch of people have DM'd me and told me this, that Target is doing a nationwide rollout on a completely new overhaul of their toy section. So pretty much they're redoing their whole toy section. So if you went to Target, you might have noticed that half of the toy aisle says clearance on it. I know mine does. Mine was like 30%, 40% off, 50% off clearance. And then when I asked one of the head people of the toy department in the whole southeast region of the United States, she told me that they are doing a complete overhaul on so many of the different markets, and a lot of the newer toys, like these, they're not putting them out yet, but they're going to be putting them out in the next week or two on shelves. Now, some people have gotten lucky. No, I have actually seen this on the shelf, but none of the other things. Other people have actually seen these on the shelf, these on the shelves, but, you know, a lot of the other things, they're just not seeing them. And that's why I'm making this video. You will need to find someone in the toy department, or maybe electronics, just somewhere close to that, and ask them for some help. You're going to tell them the DPCI number for each one of these items, or possibly maybe just one or two of the items, just so you're not overwhelming them and giving them like 5 or 6 different numbers. I'm going to list all those numbers on the screen right now, so if you want to pause the video, take it, just get your phone out and just take a little picture, or maybe screenshot it if you are watching on your phone, of all these numbers. And these numbers are the number that they can actually go in their tablet and look up to see, do we have any in stock? And if you've seen me on Instagram, I think I made like 5 or 6 different trips before I was able to actually get any. They've always said either sold out, not in stock, 0 on hand, which is crazy because this Krusty doll definitely said all of those when the employee went to go look it up. It definitely said 0 on hand, not in stock, no pre-order, no nothing, but they had 2 of them in stock whenever I went. And in most cases, if the worker is nice, and Target, they have a lot of decent employees that they will click on it and it'll actually show on that tablet, oh, you know what? It does say we have 0 on the floor and all this other stuff, but it says we have a few in the back. So then they'll go to the back and look. And if they're nice enough, or, they're allowed to do that. It's not like these are like being held for any reason. They were being held until the 21st. A lot of these were, because that was the actual release date for Target. But today is past the 21st, so you're allowed to legally buy these at Target. So you could go ask one of the workers, give them that DPCI number. There's 5 different ones that I'm going to list, maybe even more if I find a few other ones, and they could go to the back, and that's what they had to do for me on 3 different occasions. There's 2 different Targets in my area that are roughly about 10 minutes apart. I went to one, I was able to secure about 3 or 4 of the items, and then I went to the other one, did the same thing, and I was able to get the rest. Now, as you can see, I do have the plush toys. I do not have Marge, but I've had a few people DM me since I made some of these videos telling me that Walmart.com actually has just the Marge available for purchase. It's $14 on Walmart, which is, I think, only like $1 extra than Target. And I'll put the link down there on the description so you're able to pick up that Marge. I'm not sure if there's a more rare one or not, but everyone that has commented on the plushes has said they're not able to find Maggie or Marge. Luckily, I was able to get Maggie, but I was not able to find Marge, and I still haven't, but I went ahead and ordered it from Walmart.com, so I'll put a link down there just so you can buy that also. As for the rest, if you're not in a huge rush to get these today or tomorrow, you can just order these on Amazon. And yes, I do have a link down there, so you can go ahead and pre-order the Talking Krusty doll, the living room set, the family set, and the phone. You can actually order all those, so if you don't want to have to keep going back and forth to Target, go ahead and use that link below, and you can actually pre-order it, and those will actually be shipping out in September. So like I mentioned before in other previous videos, I'm no different than literally anybody else that's watching this. I'm just a normal guy walking into Target. I'm not like, hey, I'm the Simpsons man. No, I'm just like, hey, do you happen to have these in the back? Here is a DPCI number. You know, I give that person the number. They look it up, like, oh yeah, we do have a few in the back. And they go to the back, they come out with a box. Sometimes, and you know, I feel bad because, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, is there any way that you can, you know, get some more of these for me too? So a lot of times they'll just say, hey, can you go ahead and give me all of the DPCI numbers? And then last time I went, they actually went and grabbed all of them all at the same time for me. They, you know, they grabbed a cart, they came through, and yes, they had the rest of the items I was looking for. So I really wanted to make this video because I would say right now about 50 to 60% of my DMs or my comments are all asking, how did you get these? Why does my Target not have these? But a lot of times, you know, especially in DMs, I'll say, hey, did you give them that number? And I would say almost 100% of the time they say no. They just looked for a second on the shelf, they couldn't find it, and then they left. And you know, to be honest, whenever I did find this on the shelf, this actually took me about 5 minutes to find. You'd think like, you know, this big box should be able to find it, but it was laying on its side like this, and it had, you know, that's all it, oops, sorry, Marge. All you could see was this. So obviously, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with The Simpsons or anything, so you can't even tell. And it was just mixed in with so many different toys. You know, in a lot of my videos, I always say, if you're searching for Simpsons while you're out and about, look for yellow, because if you see yellow, like a big bright yellow thing, it's either going to be a Minion or possibly a Simpson. But in this case, this lime neon green, so it's very, very easy to kind of get put in between a lot of the white Funko boxes, the NECA toys. This is actually where I found that. So you know how Target has just a normal toy aisle, and then they have that weird like collectibles area over there by the electronics. They have like Funkos, NECA, all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Super 7 items over there. This was actually over there, and this one too. So if you're not finding it in the toy aisle, look over there first. Maybe go down the toy aisle 1 or 2 times. You know, I think at my Target, I think there's 5 or 6 toy aisles, and I think 2 or 3 of them are just dedicated to toys that aren't like dolls or like preschool toys. They're like, you know, like Ninja Turtles, Mario, Sonic, and Simpsons. So that's why I made this video. I just wanted to kind of like help everyone out as much as I can. I'm not sponsored by Walmart, Target, Jax, anybody. I'm literally just making this video just to help you all out. And it definitely would help me out if you all spread the word, share this video amongst with your friends, like the video if this did help you. Also, if you're new here, subscribe because that actually helps too. And leave in the comments below if this video or any of my videos actually helped you score these. I've probably gotten about 5 or 10 DMs a day over the past almost 2 weeks or so, people thanking me saying, hey, I watched your video or your Instagram post and I literally went to Target, did exactly what you said, gave them that number, and they were able to pull them out. Yeah, they might not have been able to get every single one, but most. And as you can tell, like, I am missing Marge, and I have noticed that with these figures, they made a whole nother line that are small in this size. So I'm trying to collect those also, but unfortunately my Target does not have any of those right now. So once again, I'm gonna put all those numbers just on the screen right now. Pause it if you need to. Take a screenshot with your phone. These are the numbers that are going to be for the Talking Krusty doll. It's going to be for the living room set. It's going to be for the 5-inch figures, the Moe's telephone, and the plush dolls. So good luck. Let me know if you're able to find them. Obviously, let me know if this video did help. Happy hunting, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.